Hi guys, hope everybody's doing well out there. We're back again with another video going over the moves I've been making in the portfolio, as well as having a look at to see how it's balanced and how it's performing. The last day of November was a very eventful month, and the portfolio did go down a few percentage points. It went down quite a bit actually to £88,993, which is the lowest it's been for the last 67 months or so. This nearly 89,000 is made up of the £78,000 within stocks, and I have been liquidating quite a few stocks. And you can see what I've been doing there at the bottom left. I've been buying 2 stocks and I've also sold 4 companies. So we'll have a look through that to see what I've realised in gains or losses, as well as reporting the dividend income received for the month of November. ISA allowance has stayed the same due to this heavy cash pile that I've got sitting at £10,000. I feel that this is going to give me enough flexibility should there be any further weakness in any stocks that I think are fairly valued and could be a good addition to the portfolio. First things first, the value. Yeah, it's down a little bit. It's the previous high I've seen this portfolio is about 95,000, and we're down about 6 or 7%. That's been due to the fact that some of the oil stocks and some of the COVID recovery play stocks that I've got in the portfolio haven't been performing too well recently within the last week due to the Omicron variant that's circulating in the news just now. But overall, we're still up towards all-time highs. Certainly looking back over at the start of the year of this year, if you look at towards the Q1 21 aspect, the portfolio is sitting about 50,000. So nonetheless, the overall value of the portfolio is still sitting towards that upper limit of where it's been. So still really happy with the overall value, and we'll start to look in to see what else has been happening. This next section gives you an idea how my assets are allocated via geography and also what industries I'm invested in. So right now, international shares, which is predominantly North American and Canadian companies, this makes up nearly 55% of the portfolio. UK shares at about 26.4%. As I mentioned, I would like to get my UK exposure up to about 35% of the portfolio. Cash pile is right back up due to liquidating some companies, and this is at almost 12%. I'm still heavily exposed to the market. 90% of my wealth here is exposed to the stock market, and we've got that 11% or 12% sitting in cash should there be any further downside in individual stocks. Sector wise, still pretty heavy in tech, almost 25% of the portfolio in tech, and we've also got consumer staples and healthcare quite highly weighted as well. Looking into the dividends received, this month has been a very quiet month just for the way the companies have been reporting, and this month I picked up £92.53, which is still an increase as to where we were this time last year. A few stocks are still within the portfolio, but we've got a few minor changes. Looking at the left, we've got British American Tobacco, who gave me their first ever dividend payment, so that was good to see that come through. We've got Apple, £2.75, and we've got 2 companies which I've held for quite some time within Energy Transfer and BAE Systems, who also gave me a payment within the same month last year. Last year in 2020 I did have AT&T as well as Welltower, which are 2 stocks that I've sold within the last 12 months. Dividend progress chart. Always like to look at this one. This really hits home about why I'm doing this. And if we look at November, it's still moving in the correct direction, although it's not towards the high end payments of what I've been getting over the last 12 months. Year over year comparisons from 2019 we're at £67 up to £88 last year, and then £93.53 for this year. Overall total dividend income received over the last 3 to 4 years of investing is up at £4,262.73, and this has been accumulated with all the different years, with 2021 now at all-time highs. One more month left, so this should take us over the £2,000 mark. Within the month of November, I have been very busy selling some positions, and I'll go through some of the reasons why, as well as showing the profits gained. Buying and selling stocks is of course part of the foundations that I've got in building wealth. I must admit sometimes I do sell stocks too early, but the way that I look at it is if I'm still making money, I'm happy to do so at this early point in my investing career. We'll have a look at this one here and see how we're doing. Consolidated Edison, utility company that with a large presence within New York. I picked up 34 shares on the 21st of December 2020, and I've sold it only recently. So the gains here I've got, capital appreciation wise, we've got £161.11, and I've also included the dividend payments received at the bottom of the screen, where I get 3 separate dividend payments over the course of that year. This came in at £47.92. Total gains with the money invested is £209 profit, which is roughly equivalent of 11.7%. The second stock I've got is Edison International, another utility company that's mainly based out in California. Picked up 51 shares at a value of £2,046. within June time, and I've held this for the last 5 months or so, and this has been a real good performer. You can see on the screen when I've purchased and when I've sold these shares. They also paid a very good dividend at the time, about 40-45%, and if I put up the screen just now the results I've got here, capital appreciation £426.48 with the 2 dividend payments received of £41.32. That gives us total profit of £467.80, which is 22.8% profit from the initial cost invested. And anytime you can get a utility company up this large in such a short period of time, I'm looking at this as a real success story. Now we're into some big hitters here. I've got Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, I've been building up a position in this, picking up various shares at different times. I built up a real nice position of 110 shares over a period of time, and you can see on the screen at the certain points of when I've been purchasing this, the share price of course did begin to recover quite rapidly, and I'm not afraid to sell it at this point, even though it could go higher with the results that I've got here. Capital appreciation is £1,338, with total dividends received, which I'll just fire up just now, at £125.58, which gives this one a real nice total gain of £1,464.49, which is an equivalent of 56% gain. And lastly, a bit of a controversial one, and I will go over the reason for selling this, and it's Microsoft. I didn't sell Microsoft because I feel the company is going to be hitting a downturn, but it's really due to the fact that when I purchased this stock, I only picked up 9 shares at a value of just under £1,500, and when you compare that to the value of the portfolio just now sitting at about 89,000 or so, it's really a small position that I've got. And looking back on, of course, hindsight's a beautiful thing. I probably should have went a little bit heavier on this one. I've not got an emotional attachment to big tech, as I feel there is numerous opportunities out there, but I've also included the small dividend payments received here. So for Microsoft, back out the portfolio, we've got good gains on it. Even though it was such a small position, we picked up capital appreciation of £771.55 and the dividend payments of £12.31. Total gains £783.86, equivalent to 53.5%. Doing the maths here, just looking at the capital appreciation received for this month, throughout November's trading profit comes in at £2,698.05. So really high number. This money goes back into the cash positions where I'll be looking to redeploy this into individual stocks over however long it may take. 2 buys within the portfolio. I am looking to get more into UK stocks, and these fit the mould. These are 2 companies that I like the look of. Iomart had a huge sell-off, as did Darktrace. 2 stocks that I understand the business model around, and I've also recommended it in the 3 stocks to buy in December. So this is a company that I do feel strongly about. It may go down a little bit further. We've got interim results coming out on the 7th of December, but in the meantime, I've picked up almost 1,500 shares here, valued at £1.53, where I've spent a total of almost £2,300 here. The second stock, Darktrace, as I've said, another company I like the look of. I've added this in the 3 stocks to buy for December, and I picked up 470 shares of this company at a price of £4.83, where I invested a very similar amount. These amounts that I've got invested, these are the kind of percent, it's about 2% of the 2 to 3% of the portfolio, and this is the kind of starter positions that I like to initiate. And it gives me a bit of flexibility with that added cash pile, and should these stocks go down a little bit further, 10, 15, 20%, I've got that cash on the sidelines that I can fire this back into companies like this. So that'll round up this month's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your comments in the comments section, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you.